Set. We are at a tie match at the drop. Double gen pop to avoid the deadlock. They do go down. There is a haste status effect. They need to be careful here. The hatch is going to spawn momentarily. Dead Hard could get them the distance to get it too. Shot.
Really smart play on the ace. Oh my god, getting shot through the window.
No longer have distortion, and they are going to teleport here. I think they get there in time. Yes,
oh, the grab. Yes! That is disappointing.
This is be a 4-man out because.
Yeah, but they will be able to block this. Yo, getting caught on that. Ace coming with the body block. Oh, they were here. All right. welcome back to Champions of the Fog, everybody. A little bit of a rewind with that intro as I forgot to check. I had a complete meltdown on my previous computer. I had to restart everything, but that's okay. We've got it mostly back and running for Champions of the Fog, and we got a great exhibition match for y'all. It's that time of year again. It's that special day where we have a hillbilly mirror of all things between Cynic and Petroleum, and I am so absolutely stoked out of my mind for this. I cannot. I cannot tell you how excited I am, but we're going to be going to Gas Heaven. Obviously, where else would you rather see a hillbilly miller? I want to see some sweet curves around these cars. We won't have to wait too long, as Cynic will be loading up Killer very, very shortly. And hopefully, if there's any audio issues, I will be hearing that very shortly, as we've been live for just a little bit now. So with that said, we are loading into this match very quickly. It is, in fact, Ultra on the hillbilly. And I'm going to go ahead and turn that audio down real fast because, dear goodness, that rev is loud. Looks like they're heading immediately over to Shaq's side. We see a nice little string of corrupt gens. Billy looking around the corner, trying to see if there's any survivors, maybe scooting along, trying to spread out. And to my surprise, no survivors just yet. Actually, kind of interesting, and Billy doing his best, like looking around the normal areas you'd find a survivor. Oh, I think we saw scratch marks right to the left there. Yeah, we do see a little bit of scratch marks, and I imagine they're trying to find the survivor that's not giving up scratch marks. Was that a... Yeah, we do see the Nancy right there. Really, really good read from the hillbilly. And they will start the chase. That was a bamboozle back there, so this survivor is going to have to drop the pallet immediately. There's the low pro chains. Really unfortunate there. I wonder if they didn't want to give the speed boost to the Nancy and said they really want this down, and barely getting around the corner before those engravings kicked in. And she will be getting a nice bit of steer. She does get to a pallet. Wondering what this Billy is revving and trying to do here. 360, and they're just going to have to take the pallet, I think, here. I don't know how they get this curve. Ooh, a little bit of a melee play there, and honestly, I kind of respect it. It's a bit difficult. That's a very safe pallet to hold on to, and they'll be taking chase into main building now. Note, we've only seen... Ooh, Nancy knows about that tech. Break the door, and low pro goes around the corner. Ultra ready for that shot, but they are not going to fall for it. No dead hard to be seen here, and this is first down coming in against the Nancy. One gen going down. Will we see another gen in here in a second? There's a second gen. Can we get a third? Going once. Going twice. No, we will not see a third gen. It doesn't seem like it. Sorry if the audio is a little bit low, folks. I don't want this chainsaw to blow your ears out, as it is incredibly loud. As on Bubba and Billy, we try not to, you know, deafen our viewers, and they do get the unhook. First unhook coming in, getting the pallet stun. However, Ultra with blood in his eyes. Again, I'm wondering if that was an intentional cancel of the ability or not, but Nancy will be able to get around the side here. They're going towards the side. They already dropped the pallet. I'm wondering if they're going to take chase away from this main building. This main building isn't as safe as I would like to think anymore. No, Nancy says, no, we're going to go chase back here. I got a pallet to use. There's that third generator. Ooh, a little bit of a whiff there. Mind games coming in. Oh, Nancy's slow vaulting. Really good job there, and Nancy does manage to waste a little bit more of the hillbilly this time. However, again, this is a very unsafe spot to be in. Oh, trying to get the double tap, but unfortunately not going to get it. I appreciate the attempt. It's very, very cute. I don't think I've ever been able to pull it off. This will be second hook coming in for the Nancy. No decisive strike to be seen here. And now I'm wondering, also what worth noting here is that there is no deadlock. Very surprising, I would say, is I would imagine we'd want to have as many slowdowns as possible. We do see that damage generator point notification. That is a pain resonance to boot. So we do know 3 perks now between Bamboozle, Corrupt, and the pain res. There's the unhook on the Nancy. Here's the curve around the edge. Not gonna quite get to this Ada. I think the timing was right, but the curve just a little bit too far off. Maybe expecting the Ada to back off of that long wall. However, Billy looking to go back and find this Nancy. I'm surprised we don't see it possible for the people finding the ace instead. Nancy, very likely gone for good, never to be seen again, tucked away into a safe corner of the map. Billy heading back towards the overheat is getting pretty close though. Overheat is dangerously near activating, and there is a fourth generator though. This generator over here, the fifth one, about 75%. And Ada has plenty of resources here, as most chases were taken at main building. Bamboozle still active on that, forcing Ada to pick a side, and Ada being very cautious here. They will get to this pallet over the top. There's the M1. Claudia over here as well, but no Nancy to be seen. I imagine what we'll see here is trying to get maybe a second down and camp them to death, as that is an extra 3 stages. They already got 5 points off of the Nancy. Good attempt there, using the blind to get a little bit of extra distance. Not going for the break immediately, maybe wanting to keep this Ada here, and there's the last generator at main building to boot. Survivor's effectively doing full 6 generators. There is the no way out proc, as that is the last perk, and there's only 1 token on it. That is going to be only a few seconds, I believe 24 seconds of no way out. Billy hoping to be able to get that down before that ends. There's the low pro chains, not able to get the curve quite as Ada did, held that very tight. Actually, Ada doing a little bit of a disappearing act here. Oh, they actually tucked back into that, to the locker possibly there. I'm wondering if this Ada might be, they might be ahead on Gamer potentially, not sure, but there is the down. I imagine these survivors will take the 5 stages and leave. Really, really good job from these survivors. Again, just strong Billy play. Unfortunately, I feel like Billy just doesn't seem to get rewarded as much for really good plays. Really, really good job. Good curves around the edges, just not quite able to get a couple extra stages there. So that will be a 5-stage 1K. Solid amount of points, and now it just comes down to Petroleum survivors. How do they treat Cynic's Billy on the Gas Heaven? I feel like this was a pretty standard Gas Heaven setup too. Not too many pallets, nice little spread out. I've seen some instances of Gas Heaven where that center area is packed with 4 or 5 pallets, and it's just disgusting. This only seemed to have 2, so it's seemed to be pretty spread out overall. And no, it was Nancy that was the head-on player. I am wrong. Ada was in fact the balance landing player. My bad. I can't read. Anyway, with that said, that'll be the first trial over here. We'll be moving on to the second trial momentarily, as again, the exhibition matches are just one-offs. And oftentimes it's a mirror, and I do appreciate that. I don't think we've had a Billy mirror in the exhibition setup yet, so I'm super excited about that. I think we've had Deathslinger and I believe Demo before. So having Billy come to the table, super excited about that. But we'll be getting that next trial set up very shortly for you all. And worth reminding, we do not have any game scheduled for this Saturday. All the games on Saturday have had to be rescheduled due to conflicts. And so it'll be Sunday before we have some more games. So have a little bit of a break tomorrow, so we have a nice little exhibition match for you. And then Saturday, day off. And then Sunday coming back with more games with Guildspire. So just heads up on that. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, everybody, welcome back to, that should be on the left, trial number 2 of this exhibition match. And because I just can't speak, it is going to be Petroleum's Billy coming out this time. I don't know why I said Cynic's Billy was going to, you know, it's a double mirror, okay? Where it's double Billy on either side. No, it's not. I wish it was. That'd actually be really, really fun to see. But unfortunately, that's not the case. We just got 2 Billys today, not 4. And we'll be moving into this one very shortly. It is going to be Momo on the Billy. I'm very curious. I don't know if last time I saw Momo play Hillbilly, honestly, so I'm super kind of into this. Looks like we're going to be seeing something with an opposite corrupt and immediately finding this Nia here. Nia going to be in a potential load of trouble. Losing Momo for just a second there, but I imagine there is the bamboozle. Doubling back, we got a double vaulter, and they're going to be zoning Nia into the shack. You have to see how they play this. This is going to be kind of close. Blocking Very good job blocking there, but that will force the M1 across the window. Not quite able to force Nia away, and that will be a hit. Dropping the pallet immediately. Gonna have to see those low pros that exponentially. Nope, there is the vault. Very curious to see how they're playing this. Oh, that was so close. Blocking it off. There's only one way to go, and this will be a very early down for the Nia. Really, really well done there. I see what they're going for now. Forcing the Nia back in there, using Bamboozle to keep them inside the shack, and then low pro to make sure that they can't get anywhere, and then blocking off that door. Just really, really well done. That was some incredible zoning from this Billy. That was very impressive. First gen going off before the first gens, first hook coming in before the first gens as well. Here, this gen being worked on at the center of the hill, about 50% or so. Oh! Avi, you're watching this. Anyway. Nice little blast mine there. However, not seeing anything. And this is also a really good spot for the ability to just kind of, you know, catch up on a perch. And then force the survivors to come in for a very, potentially very unsafe unhook here. And another survivor over here as well, but not wanting to leave the basement too far. I imagine they'd be okay with losing it probably two gens here, as they can secure a lot of stages for themselves. Maybe even possibly, if the survivor does get unhooked, tunneling them out of the game. Main building gen popping up. There's the deadlock on the gen that I believe was Quentin. Now there's one at Hill still regressing. Billy actually in a very, very good spot here, as they are going to have to come in for a very unsafe hook here. Even if they're able to, they might just, with the early hook like this, they might just let Nancy progress to death phase and try to jam out as many generators as possible, since whoever was on the center gen at Hill is going to have to go reset somewhere else. Not to mention, with this gen back here, 99, will they be able to pop this? It doesn't seem they'll be able to, and now Billy gets to kind of, you know, camp this as well. They'll be in a very good position. Coming back, still regressing, not seeing anything. I'm curious what gens the survivors are working on here. I'm surprised we all haven't seen another deadlock pop in to try and save this gen from regressing too much. They might have also just altogether abandoned that gen in general at this point too. And it looks like, yeah, we will see Nancy about another 20 seconds, and unless there's a survivor sneaking in here at the very last second here, we will see a secured death hook for Nancy, and I'm curious what the survivors are going to gain in return for this. Seeing, I believe this is the Leon over here. No, it's the Nancy. Nancy taking chase at main building, kind of a bit of a deja vu moment, and Billy's not going to have any of it. Instead of going to go back to this area. Pushing survivor off this generator in the back. This one's almost 99 as well, as Quentin's gonna be forced back to the generator. We see scratch marks on the one that Quentin was on previously, so they are able to get someone out and save that from regressing too far here. There's a block off at the L. Quentin probably gonna go for the vault here. Yeah, you're gonna have to with the bamboozle going on. There's the live play, getting a little bit of distance here. They get to the pallet and maybe even further beyond. Maybe trying to set up to get to main building, but Billy will cut them off. This will be an M1 here, as not quite enough times with that engravings to get the rev. However, they will have to be throwing this pallet at some point, and I think, ooh, brave from the Quentin not to drop that, expecting the ability to fake it, and Billy actually does hold down. Quentin does go the double back and drop this instead. Still exhausted. They just 99 this, I think. So two generators on this side of the map are 99. Quentin getting a lot of distance here. Remember, with Nancy dead, they only need to get 2 more stages on this Quentin to secure tie scenario. And if they can kill a survivor straight up, or not even kill a survivor, if they could get 2 separate first hooks on a survivor, that should also be enough to meet a tie condition. Generator getting another kick over here. Lot of gen progress. I'm very curious to see what what these 2 survivors are doing with their time. There's the unhook. Getting 1 more fresh hook here would be, I believe, another tie snare and or possibly a win con, unless there's a 3 out. Quentin looks like they will be the center of Billy's attention here, as they are very M1-able at the moment. Here comes the same mind game we saw earlier. See how Quentin plays this. Using live getting around the distance, but there is double back. Oh, they do actually double back into that, and we do see that gen fly. There's a second gen. There's a third gen, but they do go down under this pallet. However, both the gens that are deadlocked are pretty much in the same scenario here. However, the only thing the survivors have left out is that if they want to tie this, they have to unhook Quentin in addition to finishing these two gens. And with a Billy here, I don't know how they're going to be able to pull this off. Maybe try to force some kind of misplay. Billy ready to go in and pick this generator, though. Middle gen was touched at some point to prevent it from regressing. Billy just going to be like, I'll go ahead and take care of that for you. There's the fourth generator. Surprisingly, not going over and trying to simultaneously pop this fifth generator to avoid the deadlock. So the deadlock will hold out here. Quentin is going to die in another 35, 40 seconds. They get the unhook. But now they're in a scenario where nobody can go down. If anyone goes down here, it's lights out. Cynic's going to have to play for their lives here. Quentin running into main building. This is the safest location. Are they going to use that light? Was that a slow ball? They can't tell. There's the low pro chains, but not chasing where they expected. And now the scenario comes into play is Billy is going to see that last gen pop. Oh, this was another gen that was really close. Nancy having to double back and head into the shack. Pallet is already gone. This is going to be very, very dangerous for Nancy. And Nancy, maybe with balanced landing, can possibly drop the staircase and get some distance here. Yeah, that's what we're going to see. Doubling back, but here's the look. No, they do not get it in time despite the balance play. Billy expecting that, leaving him slugged on the ground. Billy wants more potentially. Nah, they're just checking around, make sure there's no flashlight to be seen. And with this hook, they will be able to secure the victory. Good attempt from the Nancy, but again, just really strong zoning potential at the shack from the Billy. Billy really, really well acquainted with shack, I would say. Quentin coming in, looking for maybe an unhook or a trade here. However, we need that fifth generator proc here. Maybe possibly waiting for Quentin to take a hit before procking adrenaline, potentially. Uh-oh, Quentin gonna get zoned here. Here comes the curve, and there's the hit. There's the adrenaline, though, like we were talking about. Fifth gen is finished. They were waiting for that, trying to make as much time from this Billy as possible. However, they're also gonna have to get that Nancy off the hook. Also worth noting is that, yeah, they're on this exit gate. Notice that there is a haze status effect in play. We see the totem over here. This is NOED. Survivors don't know if they expect yet, but as soon as that Leon is around the corner, they might have actually seen NOED by now even. If not, they should have looked back and saw it then. Survivors probably very well aware that there is now NOED in play. 4% faster as well. No bloodlust coming into play just yet. There's the pallet drop. Will Leon go down at the pallet or not? Worth noting, they did interrupt this, so they're going to have to go to the other exit. They're healing. They may not be expecting NOED after all. There's the NOED. Quentin getting a heal, maybe a little bit preemptively, as unless the survivor is immediately on this totem, survivors are looking at a very dangerous scenario. However, if they do go over and start working on that exit gate, they may be able to get 2 outs here still. I imagine if they were healing the Nancy, they are no longer healing the Nancy. Yeah, they got the other exit gate done. There's the totem, though. They do break NOED and get an exit gate open. However, I do not expect them to be able to get this unhooked and get out. This will be a fresh hook, and it looks like it's probably going to be look that it'll be a 9-stage 2K here for the Hillbilly. Looks like Nancy getting the other exit gate ready, too. Oh, Billy. Okay, as I say, Billy, have a weak stomach, please no. All right, there's the leave on the Quentin. Nancy over here as well. They will take their out to boot. And as, remember, it is killer-specific balancing. There is no deliverance against a Billy, and so that will be Death Hook there. 9-stage 2K from Momo here. Really, really solid play from Petroleum. The Petroleum will take the W in this exhibition match. Very, very fun matches. Really, really cool to see Billy brought out and see what these players can do, and against the Billy. And, oh, man. Again, to those of you who don't know, I have mad respect for anybody that can play Billy without just absolutely mauling out of your mind, as that overheat mechanic just feels like it's too much. I cannot balance it. But with that said, congratulations to Petroleum on your exhibition win, and GGWP to Cynic. Lovely games. Thank you all for coming out and playing. And with that said, again, this is our only game for the day. And we don't have any games tomorrow, so we will be back Sunday coming at you with more Group A action. But with that said, I'm your host, not Guildspire. I'm impersonating Guildspire. There we go. I'm your host, Little Rugard. We'll be back on Sunday with more games. Thank you all for watching. See you soon.